I just spent €200 on a mystery ant package which includes multiple ant colonies, ranging from least dangerous to the deadliest. I have no idea what ants are inside or what I'm about to unbox, so today we're opening everything up, identifying each colony and finding out whether this was an incredible deal or a terrible mistake. The package sitting in front of me contains the deadliest ant colony I've ever kept. Alongside it another mystery ant colony, and I have no idea which species are inside. As I started unboxing the package, my anxiety kept building. Shipping live ants is always risky, and all I could think about was whether the colonies had survived the journey or if I was about to open a box full of dead ants. As I took a closer look at the first colony, I identified it as Formica fusca. It is a common European black ant species known for being relatively calm and beginner friendly, making it an interesting first colony to receive from a mystery package. But before we get to the next colony, I need to move the Formica fusca into its new setup and make sure they're settled in. Luckily, I already had the perfect setup prepared for them, an aesthetic ants mini outworld. Since this was a small founding colony, it was the ideal home for them. After connecting the tube to the outworld, the worker was brave enough to leave the queen behind and start exploring its new surroundings. After exploring the new outworld, the worker eventually returned to the queen, revealing the stunning black coloration that makes the species so recognizable. The first colony turned out to be a pleasant surprise, but the real mystery was still waiting. Now comes the moment you've all been waiting for. Right away, I noticed these ants were completely different. They were much larger than the previous colony, and after examining them closely, I finally realized what I had received. This was a Harpignotus venator colony. Harpignotus venator is a species known for its incredible size, impressive hunting behavior, and a powerful sting. Compared to the calm Formica fusca colony, these ants were on a completely different level. Before moving them into their new setup, I wanted to get a closer look at the colony and make sure they had survived the journey. Thankfully, the queen and workers were active, which was a great sign. Because this is a much more active and predatory species, I prepared a different setup that would give them enough space to explore and hunt. However, I quickly noticed a problem. There were no connection ports where I could attach the tube, meaning I couldn't let them move in naturally. I had no choice but to carefully introduce the colony directly into the outworld. As I carefully introduced them into the outworld, I couldn't help but feel nervous. Not only do these ants have a powerful sting, but they also have an interesting adaptation. They can jump. I wasn't looking forward to one of them suddenly landing on my hand. Almost immediately, the ants found the nest entrance and started investigating their new home. Eventually, the entire colony moved into the nest, which was a great sign that they were comfortable in their new setup. I decided to leave the ants alone and give them time to settle into their new setup, as the species can be quite sensitive to stress. After a few days, I checked back on the colony and noticed something incredible. The queen had laid her first egg. But one question still remains: just how deadly are these ants? And what will happen when they finally go on the hunt? Find out in the next episode. Also, we're currently at 462 subscribers, and my goal is to reach 600 by the end of the month. If we hit that goal, I'll be doing a giveaway, so make sure you're subscribed if you want to be part of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Vortex Ants out.